everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Shadows of Hordes of the Underdark. Did I say Shadows of Undrentide last time? Sorry, I was doing editing earlier. Anyway, last episode we made our way into Undermountain itself. We didn't get far though. We helped out a goblin who told us about what's going on, and we happened to find and rescue Sharwin. She died just inside the entrance. But now we have two bards on our side, and one's part fighter. So now it's time to see what's going on here?
That'd be awful lots of pillars, Deacon thinking. Maybe it'd be puzzle of some kind. Something to prevent you from going to next level, maybe?
That would make sense. A large lever sits on the floor before you. It does not currently function because it seems to be missing a control rod of some kind. What do you wish to do? Well, we'll need to find it. Alright, let's head north first. Ow.
Boss?
Okay, yes, Deacon? Deacon cautiously looks around before continuing. You knows we is in Undermountain now, don't you? You're kidding. I had no idea. Oh, boss really had no idea? None... Yes, of course I knew where we were going, Deacon. The kobold cringes away from you a little, obviously uncertain. Well, you knows what that means, yes? It means we're in a very dangerous place. Yes, but that not all it mean, boss. Deacon dances from foot to foot, nervous. Once you gets into Undermountain, it means you not able to get back out easy. Magic not work to take you anywhere. Why do you say that? Deacon read lots of stories about Undermountain. They all says the same stuff, like teleports not works here. You know a lot about Undermountain, do you? Back when Deacon worked hard to amuse old boss, Deacon reads lots of books. Old boss likes to hear stories about Undermountain, so Deacon reads about those whenever Deacon finds them. Lots of it just be stories, but Deacon think lots of it be truth too. Old boss had books which nobody else got, so maybe Deacon knows things that nobody else knows. Some things Deacon knows, Deacon rather not knows. Like the fact that Wizard Halaster, human who builds all this, he be really crazy and wants to kill everybody who comes in. That makes Deacon nervous. Things have obviously changed in Undermountain since those books were written, Deacon. Deacon seems very pleased by your response. That be true. That be very true, boss. You is really smart. So, back to the adventure? Just make sure you tell me if you see anything else you recognize. Deacon is about to turn, but then he stops and puts up a small hand. Oh, Deacon just got one more thing to says. What now? This be big, dangerous place. Maybe you wants to talk with Deacon about what tactics Deacon should use, yes? That sounds like a good idea. What do you want Deacon to do? That's a lot of customization and the like. I don't want to change anything. Let's go on. Alright, onwards with explaining. And here are some hostile creatures. Frenzied Harpy and... Deacon found a secret door. That'll be interesting. Ow.
Fair enough.
Ooh, that made Deacon so... Huzzah!
Okay, we got a +3 healer's kit and a bunch of scrolls. Alright, let's give them to Deacon. You know what, I'll hand out scrolls later. Okay, some bones here, a trap there.
Well,
and there's another door. Let's take a look in this one. We've got a trap here. Ow! That was actually very painful. But we got a gold piece and some holy water. Hold on. regain our health because I nearly died from that. From what I remember when I played this game long ago, there are a lot of hidden doors in here that are all hard to find, or at least some of them are very hard to find. So, we're going to be keeping our eyes open for these secret doors all over the place. There's portals too, which take us to who knows where. There's another chest. Much to your displeasure, here there is no treasure. H. Yeah, I guess I should have expected that. Alright, I'm not going to take any portals until after I've actually done some exploring on the normal paths.
What be that smell? That be normal?
I don't know, and that is a hook horror. There's an open chest over here. Ah! What the?
Halasta's very fond of teleporting. I understand. Let's just not try using them too often. I don't want to end up teleporting inside a dragon's belly, you know?
Yeah, let's see if this will take us back. Okay, and now we're here. And there's a lot of mirrors. Oh.
A moment, if you would.
What is it, Sharwin? I think we may have stumbled onto the Hall of Mirrors. This is one of the few famous locales inside Undermountain. There are famous parts of Undermountain. Naturally. Undermountain is older than Waterdeep and has been visited by the most famous adventurers in the land throughout its existence. Word gets out. This room is one that is normally nearer the entrance, if I remember the lore correctly. Apparently, Halaster likes to rearrange his little maze on a regular basis. Oh, how I'd love to meet that man. You actually want to meet him? She looks at you with incredulity. Wouldn't you? We're talking about one of Faerun's great archmages here. I'd love to talk to him, find out what made him mad. I don't know. Maybe that would be interesting, yes. Well, naturally, he'd never tell me such things, but we're talking hypothetical situations here anyway. Halaster doesn't mean anyone. The good news, I guess, is that I just might get to meet him if I stick around with you. If something big is happening in Undermountain, Halaster has to be involved somehow. Do you know much about him? Some. Really, there's not much to be known. He's a great archmage who went insane with paranoia a long time ago, and so hid himself within a dungeon of his creation. He's not exactly known for his sociability. Alright, now tell me about this Hall of Mirrors. There are some folks who have entered Undermountain and not gotten very far in before they retreated back out. They're the only ones who have lived to tell the tale, and this room often gets mentioned. Its configuration gets changed sometimes, but generally it is at least 2 long rows of mirrors. Some of them are magical, some of them are not, and supposedly the magical ones are quite different, but usually deadly. One mirror that often gets mentioned is referred to as the Mirror of Opposition. It creates a hostile copy of yourself that attacks you. Talk about your fair fight. How can you tell that one apart? I don't know. The stories seem to be correct, as all the mirrors are identical. Is the Mirror of Opposition very valuable? Possibly to the right buyer, but look at these things. How are you going to cart it out of here? Not to mention that as soon as you approached it, it would perform its magic. Anything else I should know? Not really, other than the fact that we should probably just move on through. But you'll want to look, won't you? Of course you will.
Ooh, look there, boss. There be dead half-orc. Right there.
Dalen! Well, that's unexpected.
Well met, friend.
The half-orc's eyes snap open wide. His head darts from side to side, seeking an enemy that isn't there. Only then does his face focus on you, standing above him. Dalen, it's me, Sharwin. Do you know where you are?
Yes, I know you. It's all coming back. The battle at Durden's Inn, I remember. We chased the Beholder into this dungeon, but we were being led into an ambush. Just when we thought we had caught our foe, a volley of arrows burst from the darkness. Everything happened so fast, there wasn't time to think. Our unseen attackers fled. Enraged, I threw myself into the darkness to chase after them. I never did catch the cowards who ambushed us, and when I finally gave up the chase, I realized that I had become separated from the rest of the group. Since then, I have been wandering these passages alone.
How did you get killed?
I was careless. While searching for a way out, I stumbled onto this room of mirrors. I saw my own reflection, but I also thought I saw the reflection of glittering treasure at my feet. Intrigued, I approached one of the mirrors. One of the middle two on the east wall, if I remember right. To my horror, my own reflection stepped out from the mirror and attacked me. I was caught off guard and instantly put on the defensive. My vile twin was able to match and counter my every move. From the condition you found me in, it's obvious what the ultimate result of the fight was. I don't know where that false imposter is now, however. Maybe in killing me, he also destroyed himself. Or maybe the spell simply faded in the time I have been lying here. I really couldn't say.
Do you know where your companions are?
No, I was hoping to come across them as I wandered the dungeon, but luck was not with me. I suspect they may have gone deeper into Undermountain. I hope they fared better than I did.
Is there anything you can tell me about this area?
I did notice something strange while I was wandering around. Strange even for this place. The creatures in Undermountain seem to be at war with each other.
It's not really surprising.
I'd always heard that Halaster's magic forced the creatures in Undermountain to coexist peacefully. But either the rumors were wrong or something's changed, because I've run across a number of battles already. Luckily, the creatures involved seem more intent on killing each other than me. I can't be sure, but it almost seems like there's two distinct factions in the conflict, each determined to destroy the other. Other than that, there's not much I can tell you.
What are you going to do now? The half-orc's thick brow furrows in concentration as he considers his options.
I've learned it's too dangerous for me to survive down here alone. I'll probably go back to the inn, I suppose.
Why don't you come with me instead? He looks at your companions.
It seems you have more than enough help already, Liam. Perhaps it would be best if I were to return to the inn for now. Once again, you have my thanks for returning me to life. I was not ready to leave this world yet. Goodbye, and good luck.
We will go up and find you. We'll also eventually go back out, but I want to take a look at all of these mirrors. Alright, let us investigate. You see your reflection in the mirror, but on the ground near your reflection's feet are many tantalizing objects, almost real enough to touch. Fireable thunderstorm potion of lore. Oh, I get it. Each time we're going to find something, and we can take one of them. So we'll do that with each of the mirrors. Okay, definitely taking the potion of Cure Critical Wounds. Miscellaneous Fin. Doss Lute. A wise and powerful bard in the Moonshades named Falatair created the first of these instruments, using them to test and reward the student of his bardic knowledge. Others have since copied the designs, keeping the name Falatair gave them to honor him. This pear-shaped masterwork lute can be played to produce ghostly visage, hold person, and neutralize poison each once per day. It could be useful. We'll take that and give it to Deacon. Alright, next. Amethyst. I'll take the amethyst. Here we have Fire Opal, Potion of Fox's Cunning, and 2 spell scrolls. Take the Fire Opal. Here we have Phenolope, +1 healers. Can take the gem. Here we have Greenstone and Caltrops. I guess take the Greenstone. Okay, one of these is going to actually have the doppelganger appear. That's a lot of coin. Definitely take it. Acid Bomb, Malachite. Take the Malachite. I think it's one of those two in the middle there. Sapphire, healers. Definitely take the Sapphire. Wine? I don't care about wine. Leave the wine. You see your reflection in the mirror, but on the ground near the reflection's feet are many tantalizing objects, almost real enough to touch. For an instant, you thought you saw a strange gleam in your reflection's eyes. There's the double! Yep, it is exactly the same. Same armor, same weapon, everything. Fortunately, I have allies. And even though you're my double, I am doing much better. Okay, you had a potion, but you're stunned. Now you're going to die. And there we go. That worked. Your reflection in the mirror seems to have a forlorn look in its eyes, but when you look again, it is gone. And the last mirror, take the gold pieces. Alright. Let's head out of the room. Bolt and large shield. There's a portal there. That appears to head further north. Okay, grab these. It's gonna hurt me, but... Yep, there's a pain. Large shield plus 4, which... Actually, I'll take that over the regular shield, because that's just as good. And we have plus 3 bolts. Definitely get those to Deacon. Oh, also, giving him the loot. Yes, I wanted that too. Hold on. Alright. Now, I'm gonna head out of here so that we can get to, what's his name? Ow. Get to, Dalen. I'm sure he has some interesting things to say, and we'll probably take him instead of Sharwin, especially because Sharwin's Bard spell is not very effective. Sharwin's Bard song, I mean. It only does a little bit. Deacon is much better at it. And I think we're going to need to buy some armor for Dalen as well. Unless he has. He does not.
Crunchy. Rob will save this one.
Rest so we can regain. We'll definitely sell this loot so we'll get some back. Oh yes, Deacon is going to get these scrolls.
It's
There we
break
go.
time now, yes? Yes,
Yes.
Sharwin,
baby.
Is there something you need?
I think we need to part ways.
Back
Is that
to
so?
work.
Well, I'll not stay where I'm not wanted. If you're sure. I need to go. Fair enough, I'll find my own way back. Alright. And now Dalen.
Well met, friend.
Dalen notices your approach, and his stern features slip enough to reveal the hint of a smile. He seems to be fully recovered from the state you found him in back in the dungeon.
It is good to see you again. Everything is going well, I hope.
I could use some help. Maybe you could join up with me? He seems to consider your offer for a long time before answering. You saved my life, Liam. I will gladly serve at your side, though I know this small gesture can never fully repay the debt
This
I
is the
owe.
best job Grovel ever had, yes?
Probably. Alright, you've got your double axe, and nothing else will get you some armor. Also half-blood gloves. These magical gloves are woven from thick reeds and radiate nature magic. Dalen found them while traveling through the Cloakwood Forest, a gift from a mysterious druid that Dalen speaks of only very briefly.
Break time now.
His memories of the druid appear to be quite personal to him, and all he mentions is that the gloves were a gift, supposedly meant for the half-blooded children of two races. I can see it. Shifter. Armor bonus plus 3 and damage reduction. Okay, let me take a look at... No, he's a straight-up barbarian, level 13. Alright, he's good there. He's got medium armor proficiency. I think maybe actually that chainmail might be better for him. Yeah, we'll go out and find something for him. Let's just go up here first.
Crunchy. Probably save this one.
Right. Now, Dalen, come over here so we can speak.
Yes?
Let's stop and talk for a moment. The half-orc shrubs.
I am not one for words, but if you wish to talk, we can talk.
You said you came from Neverwinter.
I am not originally from Neverwinter, but you are correct. I was there during the time of the Wailing Death, a deadly plague that swept the city. I journeyed with the great hero of Neverwinter, and I played a small part in ridding the city of the evil that plagued it.
I remember hearing about you. You're quite famous.
Really? That's surprising. The truth is, my own role in saving the city was a minor one. Hardly anyone in the city even knew who I was. However, I was given a substantial reward by Lord Nasher, the city's ruler, for my efforts. But even with my wealth, I could not find happiness in Neverwinter.
Why not?
Maybe it was my heritage. Many of the Uthgard tribes had joined in the attacks on Neverwinter. People looked on me with suspicion and hate. Being a half-orc only made it worse. But I think it was something else as well. There is something wrong with Neverwinter. It is a city that destroyed its own spirit. A city betrayed. A city that turned against itself.
You're talking about Lady Arabeth, aren't you?
Yes. Her and her lover, Fenthic. That was his name. He was executed by Lord Nasher because the mob called out for blood, but his only crime was being blinded by his desperate need to help save the city. Fenthic's death led to Arabeth's betrayal. The city turned its back on one she loved, and she responded in kind. Arabeth represented everything good about Neverwinter, and when she fell, a part of the city's spirit died. The city still stands, but some wounds are slow to heal. Perhaps that is why I left.
It's a pretty bleak account of what happened.
Bleak, yes, but accurate. The city will rebuild in time, but I wanted nothing more to do with it. I returned to my home, the lands of the Red Tiger tribe of the Uthgard people.
The massive barbarian gives a forlorn sigh.
Maybe it would be best if we continued this discussion at a later time. I'd rather keep my mind focused on surviving Undermountain right now.
Yes?
I'm just wondering how everything is going with you, by the way.
As well as can be expected, given our current situation. I am healthy and whole, and ready for whatever Undermountain has in store for us.
What did you do after you left Neverwinter? The barbarian frowns.
I suppose you have earned the right to hear this tale. After all, you did raise me from the dead. I went back to my people, the Red Tiger tribe of the Uthgard. When I left, I had been an outcast, a pariah among them because of my orcish blood. But I returned to a hero's welcome. The elders knew my part in Neverwinter's salvation. What's more, during my adventures I had found Uthgard's spear, a sacred artifact of my people that had been lost for centuries.
So you were finally accepted?
For a brief time, I was happy among the sons and daughters of the Red Tiger. But then the tribal elders came and asked me to join the tribal council. They wanted me to help lead the tribe. I refused the honor. I was not ready for such responsibility. I knew some other purpose still lay ahead of me, though I didn't know what it was. I could have continued to dwell with my tribe. I was still a respected hero, but something was missing in my life. I had no sense of purpose, and so I left the Uthgard tribe once again.
Where did you go?
I wandered the north for a time, hiring out my skills as a mercenary or bodyguard. Eventually, I met up with Linu and Sharwin, whom I had met in Neverwinter. I took it as a sign. I convinced them our destinies were intertwined. Soon after, we ran across that rogue Tommy. He was on the run, as usual, and he happily joined us too.
Sounds like fate to me.
I thought so as well. Soon after we were all together, we heard about the attacks on Waterdeep, and our new destination was clear. We had all played a part in saving Neverwinter. Now we have come together to save another city. Forces beyond our control have brought us here, and to you, Liam. But Waterdeep will not be saved if we spend all our time talking. We can continue this discussion later, but for now we should get back to the task at hand.
Yes?
What do you plan to do after all this is done?
I haven't given it a lot of thought, Liam, but spending time in the darkness of Undermountain has given me a new appreciation for the open plains of my homeland. I think think after this I will return to the Red Tiger tribe. Should the elders still want me, I will accept their invitation to join the tribal council.
Finally ready to settle down?
Yes, I believe I am. Of course, all these plans assume we will survive what lies ahead. Something we won't do if we spend all our time talking. Let's get back to our mission.
Alright, that's it. Thank you. Alright, now let's get you some armor, so you're not running around in your skivvies. I'm sure some would probably appreciate, what's the name? Sharwin running around in her skivvies. There might even be a few who would appreciate Dalen running around in his skivvies. But I don't think it's very proper for an adventurer. So let's sell these things I happen to gather up. Oh wow, fire opals are very valuable. I didn't even realize. That ring is Ring of Force Shield. Made by the Harple clan of wizards in Longsaddle, these simple iron bands generate a large, shield-sized, visible wall of force that stays with the ring and can be wielded by the wearer as if it were a normal shield. This special creation, since it can be activated and deactivated at will, has no armor check penalty or arcane spell failure chance. Interesting. We could get a deflection. Well, we already have a No, we don't have a deflection modifier. But you know what? I think it's best we give it to Dalen, now that I think about it. Yeah, we'll give it to Dalen. He'll get the bonus, and it'll... Or he won't, because he already has a deflection bonus. Alright, let's see. What am I going to get him? You need medium armor. I think it's... Yeah, it's gotta be chain shirt. No, he can do a breastplate. And I think breastplate will actually be better for him. Dalen, why are you that low? Something's not right here. Hold on. Okay, that's better. For some reason, the stats were wrong. Anyway, you only have a 2, so I think maybe... Oop, no, actually... Chainmail plus 2, or breastplate plus 2. Banded mail plus 2... No, that actually wouldn't help. We'll give you a breastplate. No, chainmail. Alright, Dalen, you are going to wear this chainmail. And I'm not even going to hold on to this. Okay, fine. We'll sell it. Hold on. There. And this ring, it can be used by a bard. Will it actually help out? No, it won't. As useful as a... Do we have a deflection bonus going on anywhere? Let me see. That's resistance. It's kind of like the Ring of Protection. In fact, it is exactly like the Ring of Protection. It has the exact same price as the Ring of Protection. So, I think perhaps we will sell it. I'll hold on to the Ring of Force Shield. Well, probably shouldn't have. Oh well, I'm holding on to the Ring of Force Shield. Now let's get out of here. We'll head back down into Undermountain where we were, and I think I'm actually going to end this episode here because it's gone on long enough. We haven't made much progress through Undermountain itself, have we? 2 episodes, and we've barely explored too much of this central area. Still, we've made some exploration, so next episode, we'll go even deeper in and explore even more. At least we've managed to save 2 of the original party. Perhaps in time we'll find the rest. Anyway, that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chesic44, that is Liam Johnson, Dalen Red Tiger, and Deacon. This has been a Let's Play of Hordes of the Underdark, and I shall see you all next time.